Hello. Yep, here we are with yet another video of this astronomically long exploration trip. Now, before I go into anything, we'll have a quick look at the stats and see that systems visited is now at 7,518, so I am now closer to 8,000 systems than I am to 7,000, and it doesn't seem like it was all that long ago since well, I reached the 7,000 milestone, and already I'm now closer to 8,000. Total height space distance is now 228,432, so I am 68 light years away from reaching 80,000 light years covered for this trip, which ain't bad. And total height space jumps to 12,327. The only other change is SRV distance travelled from when I was in the Sgr A Nebula. That's now up to 807. Materials collected hasn't changed though, that's still at 472. Now, my next destination, or at least where the route is plotted to, is the Dryi Chraei NY-R E4-2357 system. And whereas usually I plot every 1,000 light years, obviously, in this case I didn't. It's only 15 jumps away. Now why did I do that? Well, it's because I stumbled across something that I wasn't expecting. Yes, another nebula. Now, no, fuck off, that's not what I was meant to fucking select. Now, okay, it's a nebula that, well, I've been to, this will be the third one using this template. So again, it's not seeing anything particularly new or interesting. If you look at the number of systems around it, it's not hugely dense, not as dense as some. I mean, there are, you know, still plenty of stars there, but I have been to areas where there are more. But nevertheless, it's a small nebula, so it will look good inside. Well, we know what it will look like inside because you've seen it twice before. The one system in there, its primary star is a neutron star. No idea what else is in there. There's only one way to find out. It's not doing the Harry Hill line. It's to go and have a look. So 15 jumps to get there. That's fuck all nothing. Now, earlier today I was having a flick through some of the comments on some of my earlier videos, and on the video that I made of the Lycoidal Nebula, there was a comment there by Commander Mono. I can never remember his YouTube name. John Doe? Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think it is that. And I have to admit, when he made it, because I think the comment was made about a month ago. When he first made it, the last part of it didn't really sort of register with me. I know I definitely read it, but I didn't. You know, it just seemed to, well, do the metaphorical going one ear and out the other sort of thing. And when I read it again this time, I thought, hang on, he has got a fucking point here. And that is that he said, are you exploring or are you sightseeing? And it has got me thinking, in fact it's had me thinking for quite a while afterwards. And I mean, I certainly cannot deny that a lot of what I call exploration is in fact me sightseeing, especially when I have you know, a specific destination in mind, which is pretty much all of my exploration trips. So, you know, I'm going out there to see what these things look like. Therefore, that's sightseeing, it's not exploration. Then prior to this
Fuel scooping.
exploration trip, the longest one that I had done was to the Crab Nebula. Now, you can't really say that a trip to the Crab Nebula is exploration, because everyone knows the Crab Nebula's there. I mean, it was catalogued first centuries ago by Charles Messier. The Crab Nebula is M1, Messier 1. It was the first entry in his catalogue of comet-like objects that he found. So we've known that the Crab Nebula is there for centuries. So yeah, you could easily say that that wasn't an exploration trip. It was me going to a very well-known object in the galaxy and seeing what it looked like. That's a sightseeing trip, not an exploration trip. Indeed, you could then argue that this particular trip that I'm on now is the first and only time I have actually done a bona fide exploration trip, and even then that only started once I went beyond Sagittarius A star, because then I was actually, you know, going into an area that I had no idea, you know, what it was going to contain, what awaited me, you know, what direction I was going to go in, how long I was going to carry on for, you know, none of that.
Fuel scooping complete.
So that would certainly count as an exploration trip. And of course this is all still part of it. And, well, like finding this nebula, I was not expecting that. So that would be exploration. But when I am in a system, even if it's a system that I plan to fully scan, it could be argued that what I'm doing is not exploration, but it's also certainly not sightseeing either, because the primary star is the only object that I get close enough to actually be able to see it in any detail. Everything else, whether it be, you know, additional stars, other, you know, planets, moons, whatever it is that I've chosen to scan, I get close enough to it so that the scan starts, but that's it. I don't bother getting any closer to it unless I'm going to land on, you know, the surface of like a planet or a moon, and that's the only time. So yeah, are my trips, are they exploration? Are they sightseeing? Or are they both? Or are they neither? The only thing I can come up with is that they are a mixture. You know, sometimes they are genuine exploration, like, you know, this one from Sagittarius A star onwards. Sometimes they are pure sightseeing, you know, because I'm heading out to like Beetlejuice or something where I know what's there, I just want to see what it looks like. Or then when it's neither, because I'm, you know, I'm in a system, I'll scan everything, but I won't actually look at anything I'm scanning. I'll just wait for the scan to finish and then piss off to the next object. So I think it's definitely a good point.
Fuel scooping.
But well, it does seem to vary an awful lot with me as far as which of those things I am doing, or a combination of the two, or neither of the
Fuel
two.
scooping complete.
There was another comment left much later on, a lot more recently, from someone whose name I can't remember, and he was saying that all I'm doing is adding to my stats. Well, I'm a cricket fan. Cricket is a game of stats. I'm obsessed with stats to a degree. So adding to my stats, yes, of course I'm going to be doing that. I've never made that a secret. But he then carried on to say something like that I was missing the beauty of exploration. But when I then basically said to him, what is the beauty of exploration, he didn't bother answering. Well, whether or not he didn't bother or whether or not he couldn't answer, I don't know. But the fact that it was him who came up with the quote, but then refused to actually back it up with any substance, has me thinking that he doesn't know what the fuck he was going on about either.
Fuel scooping.
Anyway, I have waffled on for plenty long enough. There are 9 jumps to go to this Nebula, so I will be back when we are about to head in, I suppose. So yeah, back in a few. Right, next jump takes us into the Nebula. The last 4 systems I've been to have all had the primary star and then just one other object in them, which was another star, which was fuck knows how far away. This one, 19,604 light seconds, is one of the closest, but it's still too far for me to be bothered. So anyway, we'll pull away from the primary star so there's less light pollution. There we can see the old Nebula. So we've seen this one twice before, but well, this is a new one, and this is one that I stumbled across and discovered without any help, which is extremely rare for me anyway. So let's see what we have.
4, 3, 2.
We know what it's going to look like inside, and we know that the primary star is a neutron star, and that's all we know. If we can land here, then obviously I will, but the chances are low. Didn't see where to be, is that it? Yeah. There's no other stars here anyway. Okay, there are. There's quite a bit here. Does that mean we can land somewhere? Yes, we can. That looks like an ammonia world. That's definitely a water world. So we'll go here first. Explore these 3. But I think we'll probably land on one of the moons here so that then I can explore the ammonia world before landing. So that's the plan. Let's make sure we are not going to fly into the gravitational field of the neutron star. As we all know, that field is huge and you have to take quite a wide berth around those things to avoid it. So as we pull away from the neutron star, the nebula should come into view more clearly. And indeed it is starting to. Looks like all of the purple and what little of the pink we can see from within here is all behind me. So the worthless brown dwarf star scans. Class 2 gas giant, that's not bad. I only found out today that Class 2 gas giants have a bit of a premium to them. No idea why, but I'll take it. And water world, so that's that lot done. Let's go and make sure we get the other particular one. So it's this and the ammonia world, and then we'll find a moon to land on. There we go, so there's the pinkish areas back here. Yeah, that's the neutron star. A little bit of lensing around it as always. Not a huge amount though, certainly nothing like a black hole, but it is still there. Now what I'm hoping is that the closeness of the... I realise this means more astrophysics than frontier developments put in, but I'm hoping that with these moons being close to what is a star, albeit only just, plus being within a nebula and being in a system with a neutron star, there should be some good radioactive materials here, which means polonium. That's if luck is on my side, which is unlikely, but you never know. Scan the ammonia world, because I think it's an ammonia world. It did look like one. Doesn't mean that they always are though, so my fingers crossed for this. Good as any, I suppose. Now I did notice that not all of the moons around this brown dwarf will allow me to land. Let's see if we can land on this one. The fact that it's the first one I've picked out means it almost certainly won't be. There you go. Right, what about you? Ah, you cunt. Right, fuck it. Let's have a look at the system map and pick one out on there. Ah, that could be useful. Right, we'll do that one then. Do it this way. Please let the dark side be on the left here. Oh, bollocks. Oh, fuck it, might as well scan the other one as well. Can't land there, but it don't matter. Here we go. Right, can land here though. Because this thing's so fucking small, we gotta be careful how we approach it. Yet more graphics glitches. Yeah, that's a small moon.
Orbital flight engaged.
Nice colouring. Let's head for this mountain area here. Well, I say mountain area. Looks like the glide is going to take us right past them. Oh, no. Okay. That's alright. This area doesn't half look like it was lava formed. Look at all that. Definitely. So we've got some nice skies here. This looks like a good place to land, which means that the terrain will probably be too rough. Yeah, that's some rough old terrain. Go.
Landing gear deployed.
Virtually non-existent gravity. There's got to be some... Christ, okay. Yeah, it looks like landing here is going to be a tricky one. Let's get close enough now, we'll align ourselves. I don't want to fucking know. We're getting the occasional flicker when the blue dot appears, but it's not very much. So this is a dreadful area to try and land. It'll put me fag out. Some things are more important than playing this game, you know. Let's get a bit closer again. Well, okay, yeah, I can see why this is unsuitable. And what about around there? Okay. Or here. Right, sounded like something may have got damaged then. No, everything's still 100%. Right, let's, what vehicle do I want to take? Fuck it, I'll stick with the first one again. Off we go. Get the lights off. There's some good materials, or potential good materials up ahead here. Here is going to be interesting. I'll tell you what, this fucking recording will work. Okay, now. Only one, or whatever it is. Right, it's not quite dead ahead, but I'm pretty close to it. There it is on the scanner, and there it is there. Oh, it is a metallic meteorite. That's something. Only one of them. That's a bit of a choker. Can't fucking get it in line. There we go, how about that? Right, what we got? Niobium, germanium, carbon, antimony, arsenic. Now antimony is one of those rare ones, but I think it's the rare one that I've got about 9 of, and it's shit. Yeah, small caliber or large caliber, and that's all it's used for, so there's no point in having it. Now arsenic I know is useful. SRB refuel and FSD injection, and I'm pretty sure that that is a level 3 FSD injection. Indeed it is. So I'll nab the arsenic. What do I replace it? Well, I tell you, I may as well fucking dump all of my antimony actually. Because there you go, small caliber and large caliber munitions. Oh, actually, no, thinking about it, no, I've got reasons for wanting to keep quite a few of what I've got, so I'm not going to get rid of it all. Alright, so that's the arsenic picked up. So, oh, my ship hasn't buggered off yet. I'm still in range of it. Must be fucking close though. Well, there we are. That's the surface and the nebula cloud from the surface of this particular planet, or moon. It does look pretty good. There's no real reason for me to stay here for a huge amount of time. There's also no real reason for me to make the video any longer than it is, because okay, yeah, the nebula looks great, particularly from the surface of a moon, but this is the third time we've seen this nebula template, and all three of these occasions have been on this particular trip. So there you go. So that is the system Dryi Chraei NY-R E4-2357 from within the one system that's within the nebula. So this is only going to be a shortish one, so I'll get this up fairly soon. In the meantime, you know the drill by now. Go away. Right, I'm back because I'm still on the surface of this planet in this nebula that I found, and look what we have here. For fuck's sake. Yep. We have a crashed nav beacon. I just... So that's two I've found. So this one is for the Federation. The Alliance one was the first one. I've just got to, how far are we from... Oh, right, now I don't know if this is going to be the start of a new video or the continuation from the last clip, and you know, staying in the same actual vid. But either way, the last clip / last video came to a very abrupt halt thanks to good old shadow play fucking up. But I had to put that clip in because I just could not believe that, you know, I was 30,000 light years, I was in an unexplored nebula, I'm still beyond Sagittarius A star, but I found a crashed nav beacon. It's just taking the piss. Anyway, I'm still carrying on. I now have less than 29,000 light years to go, which is still a fucking hell of a lot, but bearing in mind that I was, you know, 45,837 light years away when I started this return trip, I'm getting through it. And as Life School Amiga pointed out on a comment on my, well, possibly my last video, maybe the last but one, if I carry on at this rate, I will make it back to the populated zone somewhere around March the 6th, which would be fine, but I would have to carry on going at a hell of a rate, and I can't really see myself doing that. It'd be good if I could, but it's around 3,000 light years a day. Yeah, I just can't see it. I'll have a stab at it, but yeah, I think that's asking a bit much. Now in the meantime, you can see I've already got a course plotted. The next, well, it's 990 light years. 33 jumps to far 3 AA-A H201. Again, I didn't make a diversion to a system with that designation. It was right there, so I thought, well, fuck it, I'll take advantage of that. It is a black hole. I mean, I've been to countless black holes. I lost count about 2 or 3 times, so the count that I was doing was certainly wrong. It was more than I had written down, and once I got to 100 I just stopped counting. The same applies to neutron stars. So I've already done, you know, fuck knows how many videos showing black holes, so it's not going to show you anything you haven't seen a million times before on this trip alone. So I won't bother recording it, but it'll get me, you know, some additional credits and get me that bit closer to my elite exploration rank, although I am convinced that
frameshift drive charging.
I will have done plenty enough to get it. Now, since yesterday, which was when I recorded the clips of inside that nebula, we've had another update. We are now up to version 2.0.07, and the changelog for that update may as well say fuck all unless you are one of the half-dozen people who use Oculus Rift, or one of the jimmy-rigged versions that I've seen people make videos of. So there's nothing that grabs my interest about it. Well, I'll do a couple of planets here. Oh, fuck it, I'll do those 2 as well, seeing as they are 2 together. Chances of terraforming these 2 are very slim though, because they have no atmosphere. And these planets, although they look good with the volcanic activity and what have you, because there is so much volcanic activity, you know they will not be terraformable, if that is a word. So I don't really bother scanning the ones with very heavy volcanic activity unless they are quite close. But I will scan the 2 that look like potential water worlds. So anyway, aside from heading towards that black hole and obviously heading, you know, getting closer back to the populated zone, I haven't got a fucking clue what I'm going to encounter on the rest of this trip. I think those large nebulae are still a way off. What isn't helping is the fact that I have slightly adjusted my heading. I'm not heading directly to the you know, where Dryi is. I'm heading just a little bit east of it, or east as I am looking, because I do want to get to at least KY Cygni there's a good possibility that I will be sick of the sight of nebulae by the time I get back there, so I don't yet know if I am definitely going to do the Bubble Nebula or Veil West. The reason for it is that once I get the KY Cygni, the Bubble Nebula is another 4,000 odd light years, but it's 4,000 light years in the wrong direction, which I really will not want to do. And then Veil West, when I get there, I'm going to be less than 1,800 light years from Dryi, and I suspect that once I'm at that sort of range, I'll be saying, fuck it, I've seen enough, I'm gonna just go straight back home. But I do definitely want to see KY Cygni, because I've been banging on about it for long enough. It's about about fucking time I went there, about fucking time I showed it. Bubble Nebula and Veil West, yeah, they look fine. They are two of only 3 nebulae I've found, actually 4 nebulae I've seen in the game that are unique. The other 2 are Barnard's Loop and Crab Nebula, believe it or not. I mean, if you want to see how they look, Rusty Dog has plenty of videos of Veil West and the Bubble Nebula. So, you know, if you're that desperate to see it, go and watch those. At the moment the plan is to go and see them, but I strongly suspect that when the time comes, I'm just going to say fuck it, I just cannot be bothered. I want to get this return trip over and done with. Because although, well, as I say, I've already made quite a bit of progress as far as my trip back, I've still got a hell of a long way to go. And my systems visited is now at 7,582. It's going to be nearer 9,000 than 8,000 by the time I get back. So yeah, I've still got plenty of jumps ahead of me. And I really, I know I just will not fancy having any more than there already is. Cup of tea's fucking horrible. I put too much sugar in it. Anyway, that's plenty of waffle about absolutely fuck all. So I'll be back when something interesting happens, and I genuinely do not have a fucking clue when that's going to be, because I can't find a great deal around me as far as interesting systems. So there's no shortage of systems around me, but none that really grab me, and no nebulae that I can find. So anyway, yeah, that'll do. So actually, let's wait and see what this scan turns up. Okay, so there was one water world here anyway. Right, there you go, back when something happens. Right, back. I just realised that I may have fucked up in the last clip when I was talking about life school's calculations of when I will be returning to the populated zone, which I think I said was March the 9th. Now that means there's one of 2 possibilities. Either I got the date fucked up and I was meant to say April the 9th, or I have a working time machine. Now I'll leave you to figure out which one it is, but I will say that I followed H.G. Wells' design to the letter, and that the Morlocks send their greeting. They also wanted me to point out that their version of Elite, the latest in the Elite series, Elite 27, subtitled "This time it really is working and everything is here as we promised, honest," is bug tooth fuckery. Not only that, but the brown-nosing fanboys now gather every Sunday to worship the cryogenically frozen cock and balls of David Braben.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
This they do by routinely stuffing it up their arse. So not much has changed really. Okay, well I've still got a few more jumps to go before I reach the black hole, so I will be back when something interesting happens, or if I've done another fuck up that I need to correct, which is almost certainly going to be the case. So back in a few.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, I'm taking a bit of a chance here, doing 3 shallow play recordings without a reboot. Good chance this one won't work. Anyway, you join me in the far free AC-B D14-5801 system. System that became famous for hosting the last Galactic Gurning Awards, which was won for the 50th consecutive year by Adrian Childs. But a little more importantly than that, systems visited is now up to 7,610, which means this system is the 3,000th system that I have visited on this trip. Now, there's not a lot here. 2 stars, which are both over 106,000 light seconds away, so bollocks for them. The black hole is now only 3 jumps away, so I'll probably end up showing it actually, because there's fuck all else in the way of highlights to show. So I'll be back when we get there. Right, well, I've done a reboot while I was off making another cup of tea, so next stop is the black hole. Let's go and have a look. Bad size. Nothing else here. Well, at least this one makes sense in the in astrophysics department, unlike so many other systems that had black holes in them. Now we haven't seen the old lensing and what have you effect for a little while, so just in case you've forgotten what it looks like because you haven't seen it enough times on my videos, there it goes. It's even distorted the I think that's the Whirlpool galaxy behind it. It also distorted Messier 31 there. and then distorting the entire galactic plane as it goes through there. That's more to do with how close we were to it rather than the sheer size of it. I've certainly found black holes that are a lot smaller than that one though, so it wasn't too shabby. Take a look at the stats for it. There's not a lot of info on it. Solar mass is 11.7852. That's yeah, it's certainly larger than some I've found. I'm a bit suspicious about the surface temperature though of 0.00 Kelvin. Absolute zero, which is supposedly impossible to reach. So there you go, so much for the astrophysics being alright. Anyway, well, there's nothing else in this system, so that's it. I have not got a clue where I'm going now, apart from, you know, continuing to make my way back towards populated zone. Let's just have a check on how far we are from there now. Dryi 27,974.68. So I'm now below 28,000 light years. So I've still got fucking ages to go, but it could be worse. That is definitely it for this video, because I have no idea what I'm going to find. I haven't seen anything, mind you, I haven't looked. So that's it. I'm now going to try and find some interesting systems whilst also continuing my return trip, and in the meantime you are going to go away. Alright, well, I keep saying right, that's it for this video, and then coming back. Well, this time I guarantee this is the last time for this particular video. Even then, this clip may not work because it's been a while since I did any other Shadow Play recordings, and I have not rebooted the computer. Anyway, this system is in the wonderfully named region of Chumwea. This is the Chumwea CA-Z E4-2357 system. And if we look at the stats, systems visited now up to 7,689. Total height space distance of 233,443. Total height of space jumps to 12,498. But the important bit is in the galaxy map, because if we check Diarrhoea, distance is 25,764.09 light years. In other words, I am finally on our side of Sagittarius A star. So I have done just over 20,000 light years of the return trip, and even though I still have just over 25,000 to go, I am effectively halfway, because I am now back on our side of Sagittarius A star. I'm not beyond it anymore. Sagittarius A star is, well, from where we are looking on this map behind me. Actually, it's way off in that direction, but it is still behind me by a couple of hundred light years. Well, alright, you know, about 90. So I've made some more progress. I've covered a fucking hell of a lot of distance today, and in this particular session, I mean, this session alone I've done, I think it's about 3,200 light years, and not really seen a hell of a lot, because, well, as you can tell from the lack of video clips since the last one, I can't even remember what the last one was. This system is really cuntish. There's about 55 objects to scan in it. There's no way I'm going to scan everything because for starters the primary star is class B blue, so everything up here is all spread out, and it's all spread out far too much for me to be bothered to go after, and there's too many of them. They may be gas giants, so I can scan them at a fair range, but they are all class 3s and 4s. There's no class 2s, so I'm not really all that fussed. I'm certainly not going to bother scanning fucking ringed brown dwarfs. And then this lot down here, there are some decent planets among them, or potential decent ones. That one could be, these two could be, the rest aren't worth bothering with. But as you can see, 251,000 light seconds away, so bollocks to that. So anyway, so that's it for this video, just pointing out that another major milestone insofar as I'm now back to our side of Sagittarius A star, just over 20,000 light years covered, and yeah, about 25,75 light years to go. Anyway, that's it. That is definitely it for this video, so now you really can go away.